Did you know that this climate change crisis we're facing right now should not have happened if we've learned and followed God's decree in the Bible long ago? Unknown to many, God has a law in the Bible about preserving and taking care of our natural resources. The late teacher Irano Evangelista had shared this knowledge in his Bible Revelations on the website www.thename.ph. Let us read God's law in Leviticus 25, verses 1 to 7. The Lord said to Moses at Mount Sinai, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, when you enter the land I am going to give you, the land itself must observe a Sabbath to the Lord. For 6 years sow your fields, and for 6 years prune your vineyards and gather their crops. But in the 7th year the land is to have a year of Sabbath rest, a Sabbath to the Lord. Do not sow your fields or prune your vineyards. Do not reap what grows of itself or harvest the grapes of your untended vines. The land is to have a year of rest. Whatever the land yields during the Sabbath year will be food for you for yourself, your male and female servants, and the hired worker and temporary resident who live among you, as well as for your livestock and the wild animals in your land. Whatever the land produces may be eaten." Leviticus 25, verses 1 to 7. As the passage reads, the Lord said to Moses at Mount Sinai, God spoke about this decree to Moses. We can read that just as God commanded man not to work, but only rest on the 7th day, He also commanded man not to gather crops on the 7th year, so that the land could rest and replenish itself. Here God implies that just as a man can recharge his body by resting, so does the land, which means we should not abuse our environment. We can understand that the observation of God's Sabbath has a significant impact on ourselves and the whole planet. Giving a decree about a Sabbath for the land means that God did not fail to remind us how to take care of our environment. Look at what happened to our world when we did not observe God's decree about the Sabbath of the land. We abused its resources and did not give it rest. The abuse made to the environment had resulted in what we now experience as global warming. Therefore, if we are experiencing deadly storms, tsunamis, earthquakes, and many other weather disturbances that take so many lives and destroy numerous homes and livelihoods of families worldwide, we could only blame ourselves and not God. Now that we know God's decree about the 7th-year Sabbath rest for the land, we should let our world leaders and concerned environmental organizations discuss how this information can help save our future from this worsening climate change crisis. You might ask, how come we did not know of this vital decree before? Answer: these so-called religions and priests taught humankind their made-up teachings about God. They did not teach the truth about Jesus and God's actual name in the Bible. The false information they preached about God and His laws for the past 2,000 years led us to live under God's curse. Know more about this on the website www.thename.ph. This is not about promoting a new religion or faith, but only sharing God's true message.